Hi, this is Trinidad Pettis, and I'm going to show you my content calendar proposal for Drive Time Car Sales Company. Okay, so why have a content calendar for Drive Time? So Drive Time is actually pretty organized already, but a content calendar would definitely help them because they have the problem of having a disconnect in their marketing between pretty much all of the separate divisions. So customers are going to come in and kind of be confused. So the reason this would be useful is because a content calendar will put everything in one place, and everyone's going to be able to see that calendar at the same time and know what the other person is doing. So your internet sales department and your brick and mortar sales team and the website and the marketing commercials that come out, everyone's going to know what's being said. So that way, when they're talking to the customer, all their talking points are going to fall in line with one another. And they'll be more organized and look like they got it more together, sort of like this picture here. Everyone's going to connect and be on the same page, and that's going to make the customer a lot more satisfied and want to buy more cars. So the reason we need it is because when all the teams don't talk to each other or are kind of out of sync with each other, a real problem arises, and I want to explain that. So when the customer sees the commercial's telling them that, hey, you can log on to drivetime.com and you're going to get a real down payment. Uh, and that's what they say. It's real. But when they go online and they put in their information, a down payment pops up and it says that their down payment starts at this amount. And customers are confused by that. Okay? Then, when they call into an internet sales advisor, the person on the phone, they're trying to get them into the dealership and they are advising the customer that that amount is an estimate, and that's why they need to go into the dealership with their driver's license, most recent paycheck stub, and utility bill, so that way we can find that solid number. Then they come into the dealership and they'll work with a drive time sales advisor with their stuff. And if their calculations of their income is different than the way drive time calculates their income, their numbers will be vastly different. So it's going to seem as if the commercial lied to them, when in fact it didn't. Everyone's just not being too terribly clear. Their verbiage isn't lining up in a way that makes sense, and that's because everyone's really not aware of what the other one is saying. And of course, that fosters confusion and anger, and people tend to get mad at each other. They think that Drive Time is trying to rip them off or they're being deceitful, and that's not really the case at all. Drive Time's not trying to be deceitful. It's just that these departments aren't talking to each other enough so that their message lines up. And of course, what happens when a customer gets mad, they head over to social media and they're going to say horrible things about Drive Time. And we need to prevent that from happening. And of course, if all the different departments talk, everyone's on the same page, everyone's in sync, the customers will be happy, Drive Time will make more money, and there'll just be a lot more harmony and unity amongst the company. So I feel that Adobe Marketing Cloud is going to be the best fit for Drive Time. Drive Time is a multi-billion-dollar company. They have 143 stores all over the United States. There's a lot going on at the same time every day. So Adobe Marketing Cloud is going to be able to take on that beast of a company and keep everyone on the same page. And the cool thing about Adobe is that you don't have to buy the entire suite. You can just buy pieces. And those pieces are well equipped to work with other programs. So if Drive Time only want to get some of them and not all of them, that's something they can do. So the cost for Adobe is very expensive to you and me, but to DriveTime, it's not that expensive. So it ranges anywhere from about $50,000 to about $2 million. Keep in mind, it's a multi-billion-dollar company. It's a lot of people and a lot of different stores that have to be organized at the same time. It's actually very cost effective for that company. And a cool thing about Adobe is that they'll send people to the company to assess it, and if they feel that they don't need the entire uh, suite of programs, they're gonna make they're gonna fit their packages to the company's needs, um, and so it may even be less than the 2 million. So again, like I said, DriveTime is a huge company. 2 million is just a drop in the bucket. So to really sum everything up, DriveTime's main area of opportunity is that the departments are not talking to each other. The marketing is coming out real strong on the web page and in the commercials, but it's not filtering its way through to the other departments. There's a disconnect in the way that the program is being explained to people, and that leads to a lot of confusion and dissatisfaction. So if everyone just gets on the same page, it's going to really help this company, and definitely a content calendar can help everyone be on the same page. Thank you for listening to my presentation.